little race car action here.
Here, let me give you the camera shake so it looks like you're ripping, man.
What's up, TRC fans? Don't miss our annual Street Kings event at its new location, Bradenton Motorsports Park, on December 11th.
What's up, guys? Javier from That Racing Channel. Welcome back to another episode of the all-wheel drive RSX build. We're back at Real Street Performance. The guys have been cranking away at this thing for the past 2 or 3 weeks, and the word is we actually might even start it today. So much work has been done to this thing since last time you guys saw it, so let's go ahead and check out what they've been up to. up, Brian?
Javier, how you doing?
Good, man. You guys have been cranking away at this thing.
That's it. Yep.
I'm so ready.
Today's the day.
Yep. Let's go ahead and check it out. Woo-hoo. Wow, dude. That's insane, dude.
Yeah, a lot of
You guys
detail.
Killed it.
A lot of detail.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Jim really worked his magic, huh?
He did. He did a great job on this.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So many little details. I mean, since last we came, I mean, this thing was basically just damn near bone stock.
It pretty much was, yeah. Yeah.
My brain's going crazy just seeing all the little tidbits that weren't here before and all the stuff that, you know, all the custom little bits that you guys had to do.
Right.
All right, so let's run through it, and I guess let's talk in detail about everything
Sure.
that's been done.
Sure. Yeah, so when these cars come from the factory, the first thing that you notice is the wiring harness goes along the back of the valve cover and goes where the turbo placement would be. So since this is being turbocharged, we have to route that underneath the spark plug cover and along the side of the cylinder head to make room for the exhaust manifold and the turbocharger. The other thing that you notice from the factory, these cars have an AC line that runs along the middle of the engine bay and kind of interferes with the turbo as well. So that's something that you have to accommodate and get an AC kit to relocate the lines. One of the things that I really like about this build is all the fabrication that we had to do with the exhaust. Jim did his magic with everything, and I accommodated everything around it to work together. Being that the exhaust is going out the hood, you wanted it out of the passenger side, which is a really cool idea, so flames aren't shooting in front of your face on the driver's side. So to do that, you have to run the piping along the top of the exhaust manifold and the bottom of the exhaust manifold, but you're limited with space because you have a transmission mount bracket, you have a rack and pinion, tie rod ends, you have heater hoses, shifter cables, brake lines. So everything has to be wrapped. It's a good cheap insurance to have all those things wrapped. If you go and see the AC lines in the back here, we had to route those through the passenger fender area.
Yeah, so that relocation kit was awesome. So this, you know, our boy DC5 Creations.
Yeah.
Shout out to him because that kit is super sweet.
Yeah, the condenser and everything is custom with the intercooler setup you have because you're running a 6-inch intercooler. And instead, like we talked in your last video, of having a bigger volume of air, instead of the top and the bottom chambers of the intercooler, we decided to go with this style where the pipe runs along the top.
I absolutely love that.
Yeah, it worked out really well.
That's honestly like how you guys made all of this fit. I mean, you know, people can correct me if I'm wrong, but like I don't think I've seen many RSXs with like this full deal. You know, here it's like a full-size radiator, condenser.
Right.
So like the way you guys cooked that up, freaking awesome. Yep. Freaking awesome, man.
Yep. Yeah, it was a challenge keeping AC in this car because of the room that you're allowed, but it works.
Fit like a glove.
Like a glove. Yep, it does.
Just right.
So another thing I wanted to touch on is the intake manifolds have such a big cylinder 1 runner on them that you have to either relocate the alternator to where the AC compressor is, but since you're keeping that, I had to make brackets to lower the alternator a 1/2 inch so it clears this intake manifold. And another thing that you have to do is shave the top of the PCV valve housing so that clears as well. And when you do that, it eliminates the stock location of the belt tensioner. So you have to get a belt relocation kit that puts the idler pulley and the tensioner in a different spot. So that worked out really nice.
Yeah, all the little details are just so cool, man.
Yeah.
So cool. And I love the color combination with like the, you know, the wrinkle and satin black and popping off with the polished.
It looks so good, man.
So wild.
One of the things we forgot to mention about running this Gato intake manifold is you need to get a water neck from K-Tuned that relocates everything, along with a cap that's higher than the radiator, because you can't have a radiator cap on the radiator anymore, so you have to have it on the cylinder head. So that's a good addition to have with the dash 16 lines going to the radiator. The other thing was the catch can. We had to move that to the only corner of the car that you have left.
Yeah, not much space left, right?
Yeah. So normally you'd put it in the ABS pump area,
Yeah.
which would have made the lines nice flow to the can, but we're limited with space, so this is where it had to live. We also had the MAC valve located here, so it's easily serviceable if you need to. Another small detail is this intake air temp sensor. Normally this just pushes into the factory rubber tubing, so we had to get a sensor that threads into the pipe and change the connector, so that worked out very well. Another detail is these KLM clamps, and I have one over here that
Yeah, those things are mega sweet.
Yeah.
It's like a little dual
Yeah.
O-ring deal.
Yep, so you have 2 O-rings on each side of the pipe, which helps sealing. And then this clamp is super cool to lock it. You just push it in and turn it a quarter thread, and now it's locked in place. So, and then it just opens up and you have your sleeve there for the O-rings. It's a very nice setup,
Yeah.
really clean looking too.
And then to assist with boost control, we have the Turbosmart 60 mil gate. So they were able to get us over that, because I mean, obviously, as anybody in the K series world knows, that can suffer from overboosting issues. So you need to move them as much of that air as possible. And they also got us the race port blow off valve. It's the same stuff. It's the same one we run on the TRC R32. So stuff works really good.
We had to accommodate the intercooler piping to work with the shifter on the trans because it's very tight. Going from each gear and also to reverse because it lifts up when you go into reverse.
So I see we only used the 4, did we use the 1700s there?
Correct.
Okay, yeah, because we got 1700s and then also a set of 1300s when we eventually go 8 injector. So we got the dummy billet injectors in here. That's sweet, man. Let's go check out the fuel cell.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Wow, man, this thing is beautiful.
Yes.
It came out so sick, and you guys got it to fit so well. Did you guys like sheet metal this?
Yeah, yep. The last video you saw us cutting the holes in the floor for this to fit, which wasn't much. We utilized the spare tire hole and just cut a little bit of section out of it.
Yeah, like in the corners here?
Right. And then we welded a plate to make this fuel cell fit farther in, and then siliconed it and sprayed it, and it looks like it never even was cut out.
And we got the filler neck for the stock location here. So you'd fill it, still fill it at the factory spot. So freaking sick, man.
Yep.
So we got the Aeromotive brushless pump in there. Mike was telling me you guys, I guess, got a different foam for the inside. It's like for, typically for like methanol or something like that. So if we run E85, it won't corrode the foam or anything like that.
Yep, yep. The other thing that we wanted was PTFE lines, so then you don't have the vapor escaping the hoses and going into the cabin of the car, which is a big deal as well.
Yeah, so cool.
With this setup, we had to use a 3.5 Aeromotive pump, and when you get these fuel cells, they come with a universal plate, so you don't have the hole to mount the pump, and you don't have the hole for a filler neck if you want it. You don't have a hole for the fuel pressure or the fuel level sensor. So we had to order this separately from the fuel cell. Inside, we had to order the foam inserts, so then you don't have fuel slosh and get aeration in the system. So that helped a lot. The foam, like you mentioned before, was meant for the fuel that we're using, so it doesn't disintegrate. With this plate here, to add the filler neck using the stock location, we had to weld a bung onto this plate to adapt to this dash 16, and then we also had to drill holes into the plate to fit this level sensor, which worked out really well. Looks very nice.
Yeah, oh, that's awesome. And for anybody that's trying to replicate something like this, we'll probably put something down in the description with a list of parts if anybody wants to do the same thing we're doing. Well, let's get this thing up in the air and check out all the stuff you guys did under the car. Dude, it looks factory.
Yeah. Yep.
It's so awesome how clean it all looks.
It does. Yeah.
So you guys cut and then sheet metaled this to fill it out and
correct. Yeah.
painted it.
The bend started here going up, so we had to extend it about 1.5 inches to 2 inches on each side of the spare tire hole, and accommodate that. And then we used a bulk plate and bulkhead fittings to run the lines through from the fuel cell.
That's awesome, man. Dude, it came out incredible. It really did. And I love you guys ran all this here. Super clean. Hell yeah, man. So since last time we were here, we were able to get the axles updated from the stock shafts to actually a new two-piece shaft that Driveshaft Shop offers, and they're rated for somewhere around 800 horsepower. So should take us pretty far. Got the K20 lower control arms in, and wow, that exhaust work is freaking awesome.
Yeah, you can see in more detail from
Sneak
underneath.
in there and.
So as I was saying, you have
You worked magic. You weren't kidding.
Oh yeah, the transmission mount bracket, like I said, was in the way.
And then the shifter cables, you guys had to. So if you come over here, Nick, you can see. So it runs here, and it's sneaking over.
Morning, guys.
The exhaust there.
And the firewall had your brake lines. And since you kept the ABS unit, we couldn't relocate those really, so we just put the heat sheathing around those,
Yeah.
which worked out really well.
Yeah, for sure. So this will be pretty cool because obviously we're going to be changing the subframe here when we go all-wheel drive, and then it's going to have a hump here for the provision of the transfer case, and I believe the transmission mount will move over a little bit, so this exhaust should still clear.
Yeah.
And fit really well. So
yeah, that's
That's
something
awesome.
Jim wasn't too sure about, and
Yeah.
I think it will work though when you look at it.
I think so. That's gonna be sweet. Jeez, the way you guys did all of this, I mean, this intercooler is huge, and then obviously we're gonna have the front crash support here going. That's awesome. You guys had to do a little bit of modification here.
Yeah.
Looks like.
Yep. We had to trim it a little bit because the mounts that hold your condenser are usually in the corners here. So.
Dude, look, take a look at this. The dryer for the AC, just tucked right in there. Nice and neat. Yeah, big shout out to our guy at DC5 Creations. You guys check out his site. He offers a ton of cool, little trick stuff for the DC5s and everything. So actually, if you take a look at this, the battery tray here, really sick piece there.
Damn, that is cool.
And yeah, he drove. I want to say he drove a couple hours, I think,
Yeah.
from Tampa to come here and fit us like a custom AC line. So it's like, man, huge shout out, man.
Yep.
Can't thank you enough. Yeah.
Yeah, his work is good.
Yeah.
When I looked up a battery tray for this thing, it was hard to find, and it seemed like he was the only person
Yeah.
in the market for these cars.
Really nice billet piece. You guys had to do a good bit of work to get this. So we were able to get a full-size radiator in here, which is, to me, it's a huge win. A lot of the guys are running, you'll see everybody with custom turbo kits just working around what they can, and the fact that we're able to keep that full size and not like a little half-size deal
Right.
was a big deal, I think,
It is.
So that's,
yeah. One thing I didn't mention before, we had to weld a bung onto the radiator to accommodate the AC fan switch. When you do a custom radiator, they don't come with that, so that was a addition that we had to do for this. It worked out pretty good, otherwise your fans wouldn't turn on with your AC, and that's not a good thing.
yeah,
So.
not a good thing.
You have to drill holes to run the low and high side AC hose through the firewall area there and run it along the top of the fender. It was pretty critical to get it as tight as possible so your tire doesn't rub against it. And it turned out really nice.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Nice and tucked there. And that goes right to the dryer. Man, that's such a cool little relocation kit deal there.
Oh yeah.
So let's go ahead and check out this the hood exit. Came out really clean.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, bro. So we got this little plate too, right?
Yep. Got this nice fancy plate. Look good. Just have to rivet it on and
Finish that up. Damn, that's gonna look awesome.
yeah, the black with the blue looks really good.
Dude, this is such a sick piece. Full billet aluminum. Man, it feels real nice. Oh yeah. Zoom in on this action here.
I mean, it just looks badass in there, man.
It just feels way more badass. for
Yeah.
sure. So we got the competition twin disc in it now. Definitely a lot more pressure there. Get a nice little leg workout. Do a little race car action here.
Here, let me give you the camera shake so it looks like you're ripping, man.
Oh man, this thing is so freaking cool, dude. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. You think we'll be able to start her up today?
Yeah, I have to do a couple of fuel things and we'll get her started.
I'm stoked, man. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we're going to be doing a boost leak test. We got everything laid out, all the piping all done. So a really important thing before we get to like starting it or tuning it and making some power is going to be to do a boost leak test. So see if there's any leaks in the system here. So let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
Sounds like we got a little leak.
Yeah, it sounds like the throttle body area.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This coupler right here. See, that's why it's so important to do a boost leak test when you got a fresh build. See, little things like this, a lot of guys will throw all this on and, I mean, you can't even see, like, this is on really good, and you'd never know unless you did this, you know?
Were you expecting something else?
No, we should be good. Sweet. Looks like we just got the last fittings we need to try to get this thing started today. Test number 2.
Test number 2. Sounds better.
Yeah, sounds better. All right, guys, we got all the little tidbits buttoned up, getting ready to start it up. We got oil in it, put coolant in it, and yeah, let's see if she fires up. I can't believe how quiet the pump is. It's like crazy. I couldn't even hear it when the car was on.
I unplugged the pump.
I had to put my ear up there. Like, so we're gonna weigh this thing again. What did it weigh before? I think 2690 or something like that.
Yeah, it was like right at 2,700.
Want to lower it down, Brian?
I have to look at the old pictures.
Is that correct? Is it all the way down?
What did we remove? A lot of exhaust.
Is it all the way down?
It's missing the front bumper, but that's not very
exhaust.
The exhaust all the way out of the back with the muffler and stuff.
that's probably good
definitely heavy.
savings.
They're all to come out even on
2630, 2631. All right, guys, so we had a super successful day. We did the first startup. Everything went really smooth. The engine sounds really good. Really didn't run into many things. You know, a little fuel fitting was leaking. We had to fix that, but these guys did a really good job on the first shot. So pretty much now we have to get the car on the dyno. We're gonna see what it makes, and then we're gonna take the car to our annual Street Kings event at Bradenton Motorsports Park. So that's December 11th, this coming Saturday. So don't miss it, come out, see the car. The goal is to, as long as everything goes smoothly in the dyno, we're gonna be racing it at TRC Street Kings. So make sure to come out and say what's up, and we'll see you guys next time.
it was funny, bro.